Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica Jane. I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, how come none of this dating advice is working for me? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because that's exactly what I'm going to tell you today, is why dating advice might not ever work for you, no matter how hard you try, but what you could do about it. And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear why what you try to do with women isn't working, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so one thing I will say is I get a lot of clients that come to me having tried this stuff. They've purchased my digital products, my Speak to Spark Arousal program. They've tried a lot of other shit that other dating coaches have told them to do, and yet they still can't get it down, or the results just don't stick. And if you're in a place where you have been consuming a lot of dating advice and you just need somebody to tell you what you're doing wrong and what to do instead, book your call with me right now, jessicajdating.com/book. I will talk to you about all the different ways we can make that happen. So one thing I want to say is that it is a myth that you just need to be good at this stuff. You're either born with it or you're not, that you're either a natural or you're not. Because communication is a behavior. It's a skill that you can learn. Interaction is also a behavior. It's also a skill that you can learn. Leading a woman in an interaction is also just a behavior and a skill you can learn. And I'll tell you right now, you can't learn a new behavior or a new skill without the proper learning environment. That's like, and this is the example I always give, you want to learn how to become a better boxer. So they put you in a ring with Mike Tyson, and for every punch he lands, he makes $1 billion. You would probably not feel okay to go out there and learn boxing. But that's what happens for you when you go out to try all this stuff on women. The reality of learning how to interact with women is difficult because women are not a predictable variable in this environment. It's not like you learning how to be better at golf and it's just you, that club, and a golf ball, and somebody telling you how to swing. These are inanimate objects you're working with. So the only thing you have to worry about is you manipulating your body properly in a way that is conducive to getting the ball in the hole. I wanted to say something perverted there, but I couldn't really think of anything. And even with that, the environment. I was just watching the Masters the other week, and my God, even the environment is a very difficult factor for pros. So if this is you learning this new skill, learning this new behavior in an environment that is completely chock full of other stimuli, trying to perform a skill or a behavior on a woman you don't even know, who you cannot predict, these are all grounds for disaster in you learning how to better your interactions. So I have to give you credit. You have to give yourself some credit. Your brain is usually working against you to talk to complete strangers in general. All of our brains are basically wired that way. It's not normal to just go up to a complete stranger and just start talking. It is not normal. So first of all, stop beating yourself up about it because it's supposed to feel awkward and uncomfortable. However, it's going to be difficult to get past that awkward and uncomfortable when it comes to trying to figure this stuff out, trying this stuff out, trying to get better at this stuff. You don't know if she'll pull out her phone and just start talking in the middle of you talking to her. You don't know if she'll take her pepper spray out. You don't know if her boyfriend's coming around the corner. You don't know. Fuck all. And these are all things working against your lizard brain to say, hey, this isn't safe to do this. And every single woman is going to give you a completely different response. So if women don't react the same way every single time you try this stuff out, how can you know if what you're doing is working? That's why I always hammer home the importance of practicing on yourself. I don't mean like practicing in the mirror. I mean speaking more personally, speaking more relevantly. Because speaking from your personal relevant experience is the only way to get the same reaction from every woman, every person, is they can relate to you. All of us can relate to having a human body and being right here, right now. All of us, 100% of us. And I've been hammering it home, PRS. I'm rolling my eyes because I feel like this is all I'm saying to you lately, is being personal, being relevant. That is one behavior, one skill you can practice with yourself to get better at doing it with complete strangers, to doing it with women. I always say women are always going to be the toughest fucking conversation you'll ever have. Attractive women will always be the most difficult person for you to talk to. So practicing on yourself, personal relevant irrelevant statement. Right now I think, right now I see, right now I feel. That's training you to speak more experientially, speak more authentically, speak more as yourself. Then I tell all my clients, practice on the people you talk to already, practice on your coworkers, practice on your friends, practice on your family. Work your way up. Get it ingrained in you, speaking more personally, speaking more relevantly, speaking more experientially. Because that's the only skill you really need. Because that is what draws people in, is when we can relate to you. And once we can relate to you, we feel comfortable with you. And once we feel comfortable with you, by process of limbic resonance, you're going to feel comfortable seeing how comfortable we are the second you open your mouth. How much better would you feel about having a conversation if you approached me and the second you said something, I lit up and immediately engaged? You'd probably be like, whoa, this is great. It would be easier. So that's why dating advice will never work for you no matter how hard you try, is because our environment, your environment, is setting you up to fail, especially if you've been out of the game for a long time, especially if you're an introvert, especially if you're somebody who needs time to get comfortable in front of somebody. Your brain is gonna be working against you in your favor, to be honest. So again, give yourself some credit. And if you know you wanna get this stuff down in an environment where none of these variables are activating your stress responses or your survival instincts, that's what we do in my 12-week coaching program, is we put you in a batting cages of sort where I or one of my coaches will watch you interact with one of our practice girls, where you can practice the skill of being more personal, being more experiential, being more relatable, being more you. Because it takes 30 days to learn a new skill, 90 days for it to become habitual. So unless you can do anything within that time frame consistently and repeatedly, you're not gonna make changes to what you're doing now. Your brain just won't allow it. So if you know you wanna get this stuff down once and for all, jessicajdating.com/book. If you're tired of consuming all this advice and not being able to execute it, let me and my team help you. It's what we do best. And thanks for watching. As always, I will see you next time.